Hi, my name is Hazem Gaber, and this is part two for the standard for project management. So today we're going to learn about people. And why are we going to learn about people? Because people drive a project. So we're going to have to learn about the people. And people has been a big part of the project management system since for quite a while now. So we're gonna get right into it. People drive projects, and they do that by fulfilling the functions necessary for the project to run effectively. And some functions can be fulfilled by one person, and some functions can be fulfilled by a group of people or combined into different roles. It's very important to coordinate a collective work effort so that you can ensure project success. Some projects are really good being decentralized, so every project team member hides in the corner and does their own thing. That works really well when you're developing software. And some projects benefit really well when you need to have a centralized focus. You need to have a micromanager, leadership, and guidance. And even when you have a centralized leader, sometimes project can work really well with some portions of the work being decentralized. But it doesn't really matter how you do it. You have to have leadership. You have to have some kind of engagement between the project team and other stakeholders. Now, no matter what, a collective effort of the team is what delivers the outcome of the project. Even if they all work even if each person hides in the corner and does their own thing. At the end of the day, they all have to get together to deliver something. Now, we always have a project team, and then depending on how our business runs, we have other support functions that are on top of the team, like payroll, human resources, sales, marketing, coordinators, that kind of thing. And we're going to look at how the environment can influence that. So, people provide oversight. That's the first thing. And so people in the oversight function, we're going to learn about roles of what people do. So oversight is people who help the project team achieve the project's objectives. So these are the people who orchestrate the work. And it can vary depending on the project and the team. And it includes the leadership. So people who plan, monitor, and control. And then so planning, control, evaluation. Are we doing what we're supposed to do? Monitoring it. We can be monitoring everything, including health, safety, well-being, and coordinate with the executive team, business unit leaders, get more ideas for advancing the project objectives and improving performance or meeting customer needs. Also look at business analysis, tendering, contracts, and business case development. Oversight is very important, and it relates to benefits realization and sustainment after the project deliverables are finalized, but before we've actually closed the project. And so that helps us take what we've delivered in the project and give it to the operations so that the organization can continue to benefit. This role is tailored. We're going to learn about tailoring later. So the second thing that people do is they provide feedback. Feedback is super important because if the team exists in a vacuum, hey, they deliver something, but they don't know if it works or doesn't work. So people who deliver feedback include customers, end users, and people who the customers and end users talk to, like salespeople, marketing, product managers. So those people tell the project team, well, what's going on. And remember, a customer is not always the end user. So if you're selling toothpaste, we're making toothpaste, a customer might be a big retail store like Walmart. So Walmart is not the end user. So this is a customer. And then people, human beings, are the end users. And they're all providing feedback if they like the toothpaste or not. Walmart's not really providing much feedback compared to the end users. So we gotta listen to everybody who is actually experiencing the deliverable of the project. And then we've also got operations. So we got people who are not actually customers or end users, but in a way, operations can also be end user. So if you're redesigning a new tube of toothpaste, if that's the project's job, then the end user can be the people who make the toothpaste. So those people have feedback too. So now the third type of people are people who facilitate and support the project. And their work involves encouraging team member participation, collaboration, shared responsibilities, helps create consensus around solutions, resolve conflicts, and make decisions. It's also required to coordinate meetings and contribute in a way that's not biased, in a way that advances project objectives. We also need to support people through change and help remove obstacles that can prevent success. This can include evaluating performance and providing individuals and project teams with feedback to help them learn, adapt, and improve. The fourth thing is we got people who perform work and contribute. So earlier we were just talking about the leadership type and the people that just talk. But now we got people who do the actual work. And these are the people who have the special knowledge, skills, and experience to realize the outcome of the project. And they can be working full-time or part-time. They can be there during the entire project or only for a limited time. They can be working from the same office or multiple offices, or they can work from home. Some of them can have very special skills. Some of them can have more broad skill sets. The point is, we have to have a wide cross-section of people from different parts of the organization because that gives us different perspectives. It also lets the project team establish alliances with different project units, and it lets the people on the team act as agents of change within their functional areas. So if we've got a big organization and we've got different people, we got sales, we got the factory, we got finance, we got supply chain, and then on this side we got a project. We might take a person from each group in our organization to come work on a project temporarily, and then those people, when they go back to where they came from, they say, hey, look what I learned, look what we need to do. And then this area changes, the factory changes a little bit, supply chain changes a little bit, finance changes a little bit, sales changes a little bit. Whoops. That's very important. So the fifth thing that we do is, as I said, we apply expertise. So some people on the project team provide special knowledge or vision in a specific subject area, and they help support the project. They also help the project team learn. Now they can be internal or they can be external. We might need to bring in a contractor. So we might need to bring in a toothbrush engineer to help us design our new toothbrush. Or we might need to bring in a chemist or a chemical engineer to help us design a new formula. Or we might have a focus group, people who are experts at gathering public opinion. These people might be here for a long time or a short time. And then the sixth thing is we provide business direction. So people here just guide the direction of the project and the product outcome. And that means that they can prioritize the requirements of the outcome based on the value, dependencies, and technical or operational risk. We're going to learn more about that. Essentially, we have a product and we have a features, whole bunch of features we want to add, and this becomes our deliverable. Now the question is, if we have all these features, which one do we work on first? Which one do we work on second? Which one do we work on third? And the answer is, we gotta think about a few things. So first of all, value. So which feature is gonna deliver the most value? That's the one that we should focus on first. And which one's gonna deliver the second most value? So if one feature alone, let's say, doubles sales, and one gives us 10% more sales, we're gonna try to work on feature one. But the question is now too, is there a risk? So can we actually pull this off? Maybe it's gonna cost $1 billion to do feature one, and it's only gonna cost $1,000 to do feature two. So, and then maybe feature one is not likely to succeed. It's just an experiment. We don't know. But feature two, got a 100% chance of making it work. And now you might think, hey, feature two actually sounds like a better idea. So, and then third, we want to look at what we call dependencies. So dependency, maybe we can't do feature one until we do feature 3 and 4 and 5. So, because they won't work by themselves. So that means we have to do a whole bunch of other stuff first. So maybe feature 3, 4, and 5 have to be installed first, and then once we've done that, we can look at feature 1. So people who provide business direction provide feedback to the team, and they tell the team what they should do next. We use this a lot in software development, but it works everywhere. And the function requires us to interact with other stakeholders, customers, and people, and that our goal becomes idea. Our goal is to maximize the value of the deliverable. Now, in a hybrid environment, there's a specific way of doing this. In predictive environments, we may have specific checkpoints for presenting and providing feedback on the project progress. So business direction can interact with funding and resourcing. So the business might say, here's another $1 million to do this. Here's another $1 million to do this. Here's some money to do this, etc. Now, the seventh type of people provide us with resources and insight. So these people promote the project and communicate the goals and the organization's vision and expectations to the project team and the stakeholders. And they advocate for the project, so they're giving us the support. They're the ones that are making this idea happen. And they help secure resources and decisions and authority to allow the project to take place. Now, they are liaisons between the senior management in the organization and the project team, and they keep the project aligned to the business objectives. Because otherwise, the project could go off track to the point where it's not doing what anybody wants it to do, and that's not good. So, the people who provide resources, they can address issues that are outside of the bounds of the project team's decision authority. So they can help convince the executive team that the project's a good idea, and they can also make sure that the project stays on track so that it's not wasting money and doing things that aren't going to ultimately benefit the organization as a whole. So that's really important. They provide an escalation path for issues that the project team cannot resolve on its own. So, like getting more money to do what they need to do, or sometimes the management has expectations that can't be met. And they also help facilitate innovation by identifying new opportunities that arise within the project. They bring those to senior management, and then senior management can monitor the project outcomes and maybe, hey, here's some more funding to do some more stuff, or here's another idea, or let's do another project based on what we learned. And they can continue to monitor the project outcome after the project's closed, so they can make sure we continue to benefit. And then the last group of people maintain governance. So they're people who approve and support recommendations made by the project team, and they monitor project progress in achieving the desired outcomes. They maintain links between project teams and strategic or business objectives that could change over the course of the project. Do you have any questions? So this concludes the people section. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment. Thank you.